Welcome to the South Ops Fire Weather Webcast for Wednesday, December 18th. I'm your host, Kristen Stewart. Visible satellite imagery this morning shows the Central Valley completely blanketed by low clouds thanks to continued lingering moisture. Luckily, there isn't much in the way of dense fog this morning, as the cloud deck is fairly high. Otherwise, building high pressure and breezy Santa Ana winds have prevented the formation of marine layer clouds over the coastline. As a result, most areas will have abundant sunshine today, along with warm temperatures. However, the clouds over the Central Valley will be quite sluggish to clear, and temperatures will be much cooler there today. Current wind observations indicate that Santa Ana winds are still in play across the usual wind-prone regions of Southern California this morning, though not quite as strong as they were last night. Check out the current winds gusting at least 25 miles an hour this morning from Ventura County to the Inland Empire. Most of the windier areas are gusting in the realm of 25 to 35 miles an hour, though some of the more wind-prone spots, such as Porter Ranch and Fremont Canyon, are gusting around 40 miles an hour. These breezy Santa Ana winds will continue through the morning, then slowly taper off this afternoon and evening. There will be lingering gusts of 20 to maybe 30 miles an hour across the favored ridges and canyons through this evening into Thursday morning. Otherwise, winds will be light across the entire region by this evening and will stay that way into Thursday and beyond. As for humidity, there was very poor to non-existent recoveries over the windy areas of Southern California last night, leading to a very dry start to the morning. Current observations show humidities ranging around 15 to 25% for the most wind-prone areas. Today is expected to be drier than yesterday due to the continued advection of dry desert air into the region, with minimum humidity ranging in the single digits to low teens. With the combination of breezy Santa Ana winds and very low humidity, widespread critical fire weather conditions are expected to continue through the morning for Southern California. Once the winds die off this afternoon, elevated fire weather conditions will linger. Central California will continue to see much higher humidity today with no fire weather issues. With the offshore flow combined with building high pressure over the region, temperatures today will rise several degrees, most pronounced over Southern California. Temperatures are expected to soar into the lower 80s across the warmest Southern California coastal valleys, with maybe even a couple readings in the mid-80s. This is not unheard of for mid-December, but very much at least 10 to 15 degrees above normal readings. For adjacent coastal and foothill locations, temperatures will be mostly in the 70s. For Central California, temperatures will be cooler, ranging from the upper 50s to mid-60s. In regard to our upcoming weather pattern, we are in for another uneventful sequence for the most part. High pressure will remain draped over the western U.S. through the work week, keeping us warm and dry. A weak trough moving into Northern California and the Pacific Northwest this weekend will slightly weaken the high pressure and bring some cooling and a return of onshore winds and a deepening marine layer. Weak high pressure will then remain dominant into early next week. Then a return of a cooler and wetter weather pattern may return for the Christmas holiday. Our current warm spell will not last for long, as increasing onshore flow and a deepening marine layer will work to knock temperatures back down Thursday through the weekend, especially for coastal Southern California. Here is a look at the high temperature forecast as we get to Sunday. The warmest Southern California valleys will return to the low to mid-70s and will stay mostly steady into early next week. Temperatures over Central California will remain in the 60s. Along with the deepening marine layer, humidity will gradually improve. Winds will also be light going into early next week. With the trough moving into the Pacific Northwest and Northern California, there is a chance of light scattered showers across Central California on Saturday. However, nothing significant will come from this, and Southern California will remain dry. Going into next week, there will likely be a couple of chances of wet weather, mostly favoring Central California and northward around the Christmas holiday. Details remain fuzzy at this time, but it is unlikely that any fire weather concerns will develop next week. Large fire potential will remain elevated over Southern California today as breezy Santa Ana winds continue and humidity remains very low. High-risk highlights have been dropped since winds have weakened below criteria. Large fire potential will become low Thursday into early next week due to a lack of wind and improving humidity. We will be in pretty good shape for a while, but we are still waiting for the first big rain for SoCal to be the nail in the coffin for this fire season. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for tuning in. Our next webcast will be on Thursday, December 19th. Have a fantastic day.